Yeah, Tomb Raider, or at least this one in particular, what I'm talking about, is a great game. Amazing. Really wish they'd make another one like it. Like the other Tomb Raider games, they're okay. And I'm sure there's a lot of fans of the older series. But yeah, I really like this one in particular. A bit more of a, I don't know what's the way to put it, more of an adventure type of a game. You definitely get the whole action adventure and exploring, and looks great.
The lifeboat. Where are they? They must have gone inland.
They must have been captured by that crazy tribe that's on this island. Of course, that'll come later.
Okay. Take it slow.
Okay, now this part is actually pretty darn easy because you just press forward. Really, you press forward and watch her get scared. I mean, I guess you can act like you're taking it easy, but it doesn't really matter.
I can do this.
I'm surprised she even thinks about this. Like, huh? Because the last thing I would do is go jumping around on an old World War II plane that's been sitting there for God knows how long. Because that just seems like that would be crazy and reckless. Like, I would probably just think, how else do I get around this? Instead of thinking, oh, let's jump on the broken plane. I'm surprised she didn't point out that there's other boats out there. Like, you think she'd kind of, take a hint that she's not the first one to come across this island.
Sam's pack.
I mean, also definitely considering that, she just met somebody who was kind of crazy and had his own cave full of weird crap.
They must have come this way. Sam? Roth? Can anyone hear me? I've got to find them.
And you would think that she would realize that if their stuff is just laying on the ground, that I don't know why I couldn't climb up that ledge, but either way, you would think that if she saw their stuff just laying on the ground, that it would click. Something happened to them. Yeah, either way, just keep going. I guess I'm not going to try to ruin this story as we go.
Looks abandoned. anyone listening? Please respond.
Because soon here we're going to be starting the whole survival thing. It's kind of like a... It's not even really survival. She just goes around killing and skinning animals. Like, in the game you don't even really need to eat or anything. It's just one of the things you do to help gain experience in junk is killing small animals. It's not very subtle, but, you know, it does kind of help you progress through the game. And of all the things, why would you take the video camera? I mean, I guess...
Here's the soon-to-be world-famous archaeologist,
I don't know, I mean,
Lara Croft.
I might do
In
the
her
same
native
thing.
habitat.
Give you
She's
something
on
to
the hunt
watch.
For the lost kingdom of Yamatai, home to the fabulous Himiko, mythical Sun Queen, and ancestor of yours truly.
Sam, this is serious.
Oh, sweetie, I know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here. Everyone's so on edge. What are you so worried about?
I'm close to something. I'm sure of it. I just don't know if the others will listen. Or even if they should.
Laura, you know this stuff better than anyone. Seriously.
You know, their
I'm not
lens
just
is
saying this to
really
make you feel
dirty.
better.
Like, they got these little
I trust
fingerprints
you.
on them.
Roth trusts you. You got this.
I don't know if
Now
she's
take a
looking at
break,
the
okay?
screen.
Okay,
If that's what this is supposed to
okay.
be, or if this is like...
And Sam, thanks.
She's looking at the screen. Is that what we're looking at now? The
She's not
screen
always this
on the
serious,
camera,
you
or
know?
is it the camera lens has those smudges on them? I don't know.
How can you suggest I'm not serious about this expedition, Laura? It's not just Sam's family funding us. I put my savings on the line, too.
We've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, Whitman.
That's precisely why we should push east.
And that
not
kind of looks like the
west.
chick from Left 4 Dead.
No one believes Yamatai is that far east. The books simply don't support it.
Well, whoever wrote those books never found Yamatai.
I've talked to Roth about this. There's no point in following in other people's footsteps, Dr. Whitman.
Does make a good point.
I refuse to bet my reputation on your hunch. I'm the lead archaeologist here.
And when were you last in the field without a TV crew behind you?
Got 30 years experience, 2 PhDs, 1 in East Asian history. So why don't you just stick to boats, Mr. Grimm?
Ship, Dr. Whitman. It's a ship. Don't need a PhD to know
Look,
that.
going east will take us directly into the Dragon's Triangle. That's where we need to go.
Lara, my little bird. I'd follow you almost anywhere, but that place has a bad energy.
Bad storms, more like. Makes the Bermuda Triangle look like Disney World. Sign me up.
The stories about Queen Himiko say she could summon storms. Myths are usually based on some version of the truth. What if Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself?
Look,
I wonder if this is gonna
the
be over
satellite imagery
soon.
from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
That doesn't look good.
If it's wet, I can sail on it.
Oh, don't tell me you're seriously
Reyes is right. We don't have the funds to piss about. It's now or never. Lara's offering fresh ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
Why am I even here?
Good question. But either way, so that's the backstory, I suppose. They had to give it to you some point in time. I mean, they kind of sort of gave you a bit of a backstory right before the game started.
I can't just sit here.
Yeah, search for food. This is the one and only time that you actually search for food. So, yeah. I think we have to find a bow and then shoot a deer or something like that. I'm not sure if rabbits count, but yeah.
What's going on here? Wait, I can use that bow.
Okay, got those arrows. All we do is we go over here and we get our bow.
I can do this.
Once we have this bow, we'll have our first weapon. And actually, come to think of it, the bow might be one of your best weapons in the game. As you go through the game, you upgrade your bow and your gear and junk like
Just
that.
remember Roth's training.
You
Alright.
can have the best form and technique in the world, but it won't mean a thing if you can't focus.
Yeah, and you
Key
gotta
to using any weapon is
find
focus.
animals to shoot. You can always shoot that.
Hungry. I need to find something to eat.
Yeah, and probably one of the biggest downsides to this game is all the little collectibles in order just to gain some XP. I mean, they're not that rewarding and can be a real pain in the ass to go around trying to find. Gotta be a deer around here somewhere. Oh, there's one. And I think I missed. You know, I'm thinking it's an upgrade that comes later to be able to see animals via your vision. There we go. Deer. Got. Alright. We trigger our crying cutscene. The one
Sorry.
most people normally talk about, how she cries about killing a deer instead of killing some person. Now, I would say, if somebody's trying to gut me like a fish, I'm not going to have that much sympathy for them and cry about killing them. I might actually cry more about killing the deer, so I'm kind of with her on that. But one would think, seeing her friend all kind of tied up in that cave, or, you know, even if it wasn't her friend, you know, you think that would cause her to get more emotional than this. Like, you know, that happened before this. So, you know, I'm not sure.
Right.
Either way, I guess, yeah. Examine the environment.
All right, Lara.
Another
You
one of those
also always have
things.
some fancy gadgets to tell you where you are. If you can learn to read the land and the stars, you'll always be able to find your way home.